Hello everybody, what's up? Welcome to another installment of appabend streams. Today we are going to be streaming a lot of stuff, doing a lot of things, and talking about so many things that I want to talk about. It's currently Saturday at March 3. The weather is very good, in my end at least, and the internet is good also, hopefully. But man, we have so many things to talk about, so many nice memes, so many good things to discuss in here. Let's go stop the music there. So, how are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. There's surprisingly very, it's Countdown Clay streaming at the same time. That's weird. There's something weird about the popping noises in the microphone for some reason. I really need to invest in a better microphone. This is not, I think this is good for streaming and everything like that overall, for recording videos and everything like that. I really need to get a decent sort of XLR microphone of some sort, which would have been great. So people are doing well. Excellent. That's pretty good. Let's see. Are you gonna see the first episode of Attack on Titan? That's a weird question because I reviewed Attack on Titan back in the day. I didn't like it. I didn't like Attack on Titan. It felt like it fell so much to the typical shonen anime tropes to the point where it gets tiresome. The pacing is way too slow, and the reason why it's so slow is because the characters decided to jump between timelines. So it's not necessarily a flashback, but by the time something happens in an anime, by the time one timeline comes in, then the anime jumps into another timeline that was slightly in the past, so the pacing gets really slow. I'm actually kind of glad that they made it 12 episode in the previous one, because at least it was they find a way to focus it in with the little budget that they have in the second season. Still, first stream. Well, welcome to the first stream of this sort of thing. Anime weeb shit, anime otaku trash, good cartoon, waifu rag, cuphead, video, weeb shit, and more weeb shit. Does that sum up your poster? Yeah. Wait, which one? Waifu rag. Good cartoon. That's nice. Although the bottom one, the one on the center, that's not weebu shit. That's actually Batman. If you missed it, so Batman the animated series characters in there. The younger characters, at least the sidekicks. So not necessarily weebu shit, but it is drawn in a style that I really like. Let's see here. There's a fuck ton of wind and rain in Connecticut right now. Jesus Christ. Hopefully you guys can hold it for that. Do an SMR video for reasons. No worries, AOT bored me to death as well. Have you played Fallout New Vegas? Yes, I have. It's the best Fallout, best 3D Fallout game, certainly. Strangely enough, in terms of the Fallout games, I played 3 a lot more than New Vegas and 4. But it's mostly because nostalgia. I have a lot of nostalgia with Fallout 3. Fallout 3 is just very nostalgic, man. I cannot deny that New Vegas is certainly the better game, technically speaking. In so many ways, it's definitely the better game. But I can't deny that Fallout 3, I have a lot of nostalgia with Fallout 3. Soundtrack is a lot better with Fallout 3 as well. The characters also, are a lot more memorable in Fallout 3. They're a lot more distinct. Fallout New Vegas, on the other hand, the characters, they're just, with the exception of the companions. The companions in New Vegas are much better than Fallout 3. Fallout 3 was garbage, and the companion mechanics in New Vegas are much better. Although I wish they don't limit the companions. I can just uninstall unlimited companions. You can just bring everyone, just an entire party, just rain down hell upon freaking the Caesar's Legion. Hello, appabend. I got a question. Do you watch Digimon? Yes, I do. I watch Digimon Tamers. That's the only Digimon that I watch. The rest, I don't really watch it. that much. If so, what version do you want, from English or Japanese? Actually, I watched the Indonesian dub. The Indonesian dub is surprisingly pretty decent. The one thing that I hated on the dub is that they usually switch voice actors. That's the issue there. Why are we streaming? I don't know. It's weekend and I can stream, so why not? Who's your favorite JoJo? Maybe Dio? Nah, just kidding. I haven't seen JoJo. I need to see JoJo, but I have so many things to do here. And let's see here. Have you watched Darling in the Franxx yet? No. I don't. I'm not interested in that sort of anime. It looks nice. It looks decent, but I like the character designs. I like how they just designed the way how to operate the mech. It's pretty awkward, but well, the anime does that for you. Cuphead is derived from stuff that inspired weeb shit, so technically it is. Other anime this season you're looking forward to this year? No, not really. I haven't been paying attention to the anime this season, so Attack on Titan was pretty uninteresting, to be honest, but Potato Girl is best girl. She is the first character that I declare as a waifu. Sasha Browse, I just freaking love her. She's my waifu. She's great. Let's see here. Cuphead is not Astro Boy. Have you seen the anime Witchblade? If so, who's your favorite character? Oh, you mean that? Oh no, that was Queen's Blade. That was another different anime. Okay. Witchblade? No, I haven't. I think I've seen clips of Queen's Blade, but I'm not even sure. It's way too indistinguishable to other hentais. Let's see it. Doesn't have to explain why he's streaming, since he's on the passive side of the argument. The aggressive side is the one that has the cite evidence. Astro Boy is Cuphead. Now the argument should be: is Mega Man weeb? Astro Boy is definitely weeb, but is Mega Man a weeb game? That should be the question of the day, because it's developed by the Japanese. This has the way it was designed is very Japanese. The aesthetics are very Japanese, so very anime is in some sort. So would you consider it a weeb game? Do you think Attack on Titan will actually come out tomorrow? No, obviously not. But it's already out. The first 2 seasons are already out, so there's that. Oh yes, apparently. Yes, Mega Man is weeb. Mickey Mouse is 90 years old and still hasn't married Minnie. Oh my god. Oh, that's too bad. So we're been over 10 minutes, and how many people have been attracted? We've been attracted 70 people here. Attack on Garbage. I may not be a weeb, but I get why people really like anime. Well, the thing is, especially with the current climate of today, with the current politics and everything like that, politics in entertainment medium, it's politics in video games, politics in movies, politics in this, politics in that, politics in TV shows, politics in cartoons, for God's sake. There are politics everywhere. It's to the point where people just got tired of it, and they just watch good old big anime titties. Like, if you're seeing a large number of weebs, more so than in the previous years, go blame the American current political climate and the entertainment medium in Western sorts of media. That's where people just don't want to get, people just don't understand how to have fun anymore. And the Japanese, they're very based. They know how to have fun. Yes, just slapping titties everywhere, but hey, it's much better than guilting people for being white or being homophobic or something like that. Go Nagai, the first mainstream hentai. What is your favorite and most hated anime cliche? That's actually an interesting question. I can't really think of one. Let's just see. I hate when anime characters don't basically they're very passive, which is ironic coming from me. I know I am very passive motherfucker, but I hate when anime characters are so passive to the point where they come off as ridiculously stupid. For example, I think Shinji is just one that's everybody's been bashing Shinji so much, but I think it's the reason is because I can at least relate to Shinji in some ways. Even if people constantly tell him to go into the robot, yeah, at least he's 14 years old. Okay, 14 years old. That was 6 years ago. That was in 2012. In 2012, I probably would shit my pants if I was being put in that sort of robots. But still, I just hate when characters are so passive that they literally don't do anything. Unless they make it in some ways, they're passive because they are so skilled and they're so bored of life. Like Fee from Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel. I like that sort of character. When she's so passive, it's like, oh, fuck this. I'm so fucking bored. And then by the time she goes to Ash, it's like, just destroys everything. I like that. But when it's passive for the sake of being passive, just What do you think of kill counts? What is that? Diversity quota for anime is cup size. I bet the Persona 5 anime is going to be total ass. What does hentai always look like shit? Yeah, let's be honest. A lot of hentais look like shit. Like it's so rare for a hentai to actually look so like in the level of your life, for example. A lot of hentais are very low budget sorts of. It's very rare for hentais to look good. Maybe because, well, the sorts of content that it produces, well, it's not exactly top tier levels of anime Oscars or something like that, but still, we would love to see a Your Name of hentai or something like that. The bathroom scenes in anime, although one thing I really don't like, I really like about anime is that it is a law. It is basically a law that every Japanese media has to have a beach episode. It's a law. It is practically a law. In every anime, it always has a freaking beach episode. Or at least a vacation episode where they go somewhere that is related to water. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 has a hot springs episode. Persona 4 has a hot springs episode. Persona 3 also hot springs. Persona 5, oh yeah, Persona 5 has a beach episode. So everything, I don't know if Trails of Cold Steel will actually go this low, but if it actually happened in Trails of Cold Steel, I would be not surprised. I don't like Devilman Crybaby. It's actually really bad. Explain yourself, please. If you go on the graphics side, yeah, it's not great, but the story is really good. Let's see here. Attack on Titan Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Bait crossover not announced. Somebody announced a crossover between Devil is a Part-Timer and Gabriel Dropout, which is really, that's a really good crossover. That's pretty damn good. I would love to see that crossover, especially when Satania and the Devil just decided to just go freaking part-time. When Satania go into the room, go to find some sort of part-time job, and then stumbles to McDonald's, and then Devil's like, well, if you want to do a part-time job, come over here, let's do a part-time job. Trump was in Inu Yakashiki. Yeah, I've seen that. He was also in Devilman Crybaby. What's your favorite Persona 5 character? Speaking of that, there was a little bit of discussion here. There's a difference between a character, a waifu. A waifu is someone that you prefer, a Persona character that you want to date or are interested in dating. But there's a difference between a character who you want to date and a character who is perfect for the main character Persona. Because if for me, the character who is perfect for the main character is definitely Makoto. But if I am the main character, I would choose Haru. There's a little bit of difference in that. I think the main character and Makoto is perfect, but if I am the main character, I choose Haru. Let's see. Sorry if it's been asked before. Have you seen Darling in the Franxx? I've already said that I haven't seen it. What are your thoughts on Black Clover? There was a character. My sister watched this, and she was disappointed that the anime is not 12 episodes. The anime is like long running. It's a shonen anime. She mentioned this to me because one of the characters is named Asta, and Asta is literally part of my name. So that when you watch a red hentai on a website, do you do it with or without incognito mode? Actually, I do both. I do both actually. One time I do incognito, one time I don't. And even people found out that I am browsing hentai, I was like, I do browse hentai, and what are we gonna do about it? Let's see. Favorite hentai title? I don't know. I haven't seen hentai titles. Let's see. My friend won't watch Devilman Crybaby because he hates tragedy. Don't recommend this anime to people who hate depressing stuff, because it is very depressing indeed. Let's see here. I think we should The Beach Law. Yeah. The Beach Law. Why are your waifus so positive and childlike? Sayuri and Haru are exactly like this, and personally I hate them because they're so annoying to me. How is Sayuri passive? Sayuri is very active. She goes to the main character, she's cheer up and everything like that. Haru is passive, indeed. But I don't really. There are sort of exceptions on the passive character. I don't like passive characters, anime passive characters as well. Like your well, there's lots of anime passive characters I do like. The shy girls, obviously. Like everybody praised Kato Shoujo, Hanako. Everybody freaking loves Hanako. I don't really. No, I'm not. Okay. Like she's a bit overrated in my opinion, which is a bit harsh. But to be fair to Nanako, my favorite route on Kato Shoujo is Emmy and Lily. I love both. Both routes are my favorite. I like Emmy because she's my first, and she has a very simple story. Very simple, but very effective story. Lily, I also really like because I just she gets very complicated, very complex, and she apparently, strangely enough, she has the most ecchi hentai scenes out of all the characters, with the exception of Emmy. Emmy and Lily have the most hentai scenes. Maybe that's why, because I like them, but to be fair to their stories, they're actually pretty good. And if you follow Lily's route, Hanako actually improves as a character. She actually becomes more interactive with people. So my anime characters are not passive, not always. They're also the ditzy idiots. I like Sasha Bra, like I said. This here. What are your wish lists on Persona 6? Maybe adopt a battle system that's kind of like Trails of Cold Steel. I want to see that sort of evolution in Persona. World War II did work for Japan's secret anime world takeover when? Already did by the time the SJWs decided to invade Western stuff. What do you think about Attack on Titan 2 coming on Nintendo Switch? I don't play Attack on Titan games, so I'm not... Kill counts are videos of a movie that ranks up the kills. Oh, Did you watch the Nekopara OVA? Everybody's been recommending me that, but I haven't played the original. I'm just not really... Did you pick up Kingdom Come Deliverance already? Yes, I did. I played it for a while, and I couldn't figure out how to... I thought the game is going to progress by the time the main character is put in prison, because basically I ended up having a bounty in my first town, and then I couldn't figure out how to run away from it. So I just said, I don't have any gold. So I just say, okay, I give up. I got brought to the prison. The game tells me I'm dead. Oh, I thought the story is going to progress from there, but the game tells me I'm dead. So I'm stuck in there. I'm kind of stuck in there. I also really didn't like the combat system. It's so weird and janky and odd, and it's in a lot of ways it's unresponsive, and I'm not really sure what to do with the combat. The lockpicking minigame is also weird. It's so obnoxious. Like, it's so weird. And then I really like how the things that you wear affect the dialogue interactions with the characters. But I really what's the thing that I don't like? Again, it's weird. It's just my first impressions on Kingdom Come Deliverance is not good. It's not great. I bought it cheap though, which thank God I got it cheap. But I'm gonna need to bump up the cheats in there. Have you watched Stein's Call on Gate? Yes, I have. I loved it. It's great. If you want depressing, try Now and Then Here and There. Oh, Now and Then Here and There. Might as well try. You also, what is it? What is it? The anime, the mecha anime with kids, Bokurano. There's that, and there was also try. What's that anime? Narutaru. There we go. Try that. That is. Whew. Sup, you big loving freaks. Have you seen the 2 SpongeBob fan-made anime openings? Yeah. If so, would you be willing to do a reaction video on them? No. I don't do reaction videos of anything. Maybe with exception to the stream. I kind of do a reaction video this Thursday stream. But anyway. Do you believe that One Punch Man will get a season 2? They actually confirmed that they will get a season 2. So, yeah, they will. Anyway, I think we should move on from the chat here. Let's get to the memes. Time for the memes, guys. It's been 20 minutes in, and we're getting to the memes here. Let's get ready for the first one. And, well, everybody's been telling me, is this the Aigo face of Peach? No, it's actually the in-game model of Peach that was being put in this sort of fashion, and then the screenshot just so happened to go get that for some reason. Somebody asked this earlier. I want to know to cat girls or fuck girls, nekos or kitsunes. That your ass answer could decide the date of your life. I haven't seen. I need to see. I already have it on the hard drive. I haven't seen freaking. Where's the anime? Spice and Wolf. I'm not sure if Hollow is actually smart in economics, but did you give JoJo a chance yet? No, not yet. First time catching you live. Noise. Ooh, nice. Good morning, appabend. Starting with the memes. We already have 20 minutes talking about stuff, getting to the chat here, but we are just getting started. So congratulations for getting in. Anyway, Nani reported. Anyway, here's one thing I'm very, very disappointed in February. Like January, they bring out really big guns. There's some serious big guns of memes in January. Like you got Urchan, you got the Gun Knuckles, you got Spaghetti, you got what else? You got Logan Paul. Logan Paul is turned to a freaking meme. You have so many good memes in January. They throw it all so much, but for some reason February is like it's empty. Like there's none. There's no good meme in February. The Drake and Josh meme, that was in March. It started in March, so there are no good memes, and it's kind of disappointed. I left a bit disappointed. Yeah, it's just I just left disappointed, and yeah. There's been really good memes in February. What are the good memes in February? I can't really tell. Maybe Black Panther? Cat girls are just a step towards becoming a furry. If you find yourself more attracted to a person with animal features, check yourself into the furry containment. Ever saw Overlord? Nope. Neither the anime nor the light novels. Hopefully we have more memes in March and April. Well, they already started off pretty well with the Drake and Josh meme. That was pretty good. I love that. I love that meme. Oh, Joss! We have actually come into this this sort of place. Where are we? We're in this place. Anyway, I just noticed this meme. This meme is a lot funnier as the time went on. Funnier by the time I first noticed, because I just recently rewatched Inception, and wow, oh man, I love that movie. I ended up loving Inception. It's so great. I just love it. There's the right amount for Christopher Nolan. Usually don't do character development that much. It's usually more on the theoretical sides of things and the theories and everything like that, the concepts and ideas and everything like that. But he did a character arc really well with Inception. I genuinely like the characters in Inception. I think they're funny. They can be charming. They can be well. There's a lot of I really like the characters in Inception. So this is a very nice meme there. Let's see. Are traps gay? Any thoughts on the Soulsborne series? I love them. I really love them. I haven't played all of them, but my brother is a huge fan, much bigger fan than me. Would you ever visit Disney if you had the chance? Absolutely. Have you seen Memento? Yes, I have. It's everybody told me that it's a very confusing movie. It's not confusing. I watched it first time and I get what they're going. It's very straightforward actually. Despite the narrative structure is presented in a very weird jumbled fashion, it's actually very straightforward. Very straightforward. You just need to remember where you're going for. Just remember the scenes and it like that. It does make you work out the movie, but the overall movie Memento, it's okay. Did you hear about the creepy relationship between David Cage and Ellen Page? It's more on David Cage's side than Ellen Page. David Cage basically noticed Ellen Page in a book somewhere, and then he got so obsessed to the point where he gathered up pictures of her. That's why she ended up starring in Beyond Two Souls. And you call it the steamed hams despite the fact that they're quite obviously grilled. On or Futaba for Persona 5? It would be if I were to choose between the two, it's definitely on. Wait, chooses what? As a girlfriend or a partner or something like that? If I want to be a partner, I'll choose Futaba. She's very reliable in terms of techie stuff and everything like that. But in terms of girlfriend, I would probably go for An. This is my brother's pick also. When Yongye said, so An is my Persona 5 waifu. There are certain assets of the character that I really like. Aspects. It's very nice emphasis in there. A good meme is the Toy Story 9/11 recreation. I've already talked that. Thoughts on the Bayonetta series? I love them. But I haven't played all of them. I only played the first one, but I really love the first one. So is Makoto worse grill? Yeah, she would be very bad to be used as a grill. Why would you do that? Anyway, let's see here. You have somebody in Skyrim. I forgot who this guy is, but he said, "Now, if you excuse me, I have important matters to attend to." And characters went to sleep. Yep. This is exactly what happens to me. Like I actually said this so many times to my friends to the point where I'm just a horrible fucking person. I'm just a horrible freaking person for doing this. Like just when did video games get realistic? Man, I don't know. Here's also weird news I've noticed. CNN purchased industrial-sized washing machine to spin news before publication. I loved it so much. This is clearly fake. This is very clearly fake. Like this is in so many levels. This is fake. Like, obviously, clearly in so many levels, this is fake. But somebody on mate, hey, come on, mate. A page your admin the Babylon Bee recently posted. The link. CNN purchases industrial-sized washing machine to spin news before publication that contains info disputed by Snopes.com, an independent fact checker. Chill, fam. Chill. Repeat offenders will see their distribution reduced and their ability to monetize the advertise removed. What? It's clearly fake. It's obviously a joke article. Are you coming? Calm down, man. Oh my god. Oh, Talent J is the guy in Riften who sells jewelry. Oh yeah, it was the guy. Was it the guy whose jewelry I have to put the freaking jewelry on his chest, on his freaking locker chest or something? That was pretty weird. CNN is at it again with their fake news. When a video game represents your life better than your real life. Oh yeah, also Snopes independent fact checker. Anyway, this is weird. I just looked at this article and I thought, what the fuck are you talking about? Reminder, unsolicited grammar policing disproportionately targets people with disabilities. Okay. Poor folks. I am poor, guys. I am poor. Please help me. I am poor. I am very poor in this sort of scenario. I am very poor. See all of these things that poor people have. Please help me. The poor people have these. Immigrants and people of color. Oh my, guys, help me, guys. I am brown, guys. Help me. Help me. If you can't understand what someone is saying, ask clarifying questions. I always do that. You're assuming that I don't, but anyway, if you can, there's no need to correct their grammar. Yeah, you know what? At this moment, correcting people's grammar is like a very petty sort of thing to do. Like, yeah, there's so many people. Like the chat themselves, like the amount of people confusing your and your is to the point. Grammar Nazis would just kill themselves at this moment, or just eradicate you. Like yeah, every single one of you guys in the chat, you're gonna be eradicated by the grammar Nazis by the time to this. Seriously. I don't mind. If people watch your or your, yeah, just, you're an idiot, but whatever. How can you not distinguish between the two? But what did you expect from someone who called themselves your fat friend? Surprisingly, the grammar is correct on her end. Let's see. Coincidentally, my Fat Morgana was a girl up until yesterday, and his world got shattered into pieces. Donate to appabend on Patreon. Grammar Nazis among us. Anyway, what else do we have here? Here's the continuation for the last one. Reboot hot takes. Continuation from the last fan art that we got last time. So the last time we were talking about these, the last stream, we were talking about these Fire Emblem fan arts that basically have the Fire Emblem characters have the t-shirts saying "not your waifu." It's to the point where it's just everybody's like, yes, your waifu, yes, your waifu, yes, your waifu. I don't want to. I don't time travel back to the past to be sexualized and objectified. Please help me. I'm a fictional character. I need to. Agency, please. And then here's a little bit of a sequel. The Fire Emblem fandom can be so disgusting and harmful. And the way Nat has been treated is proof of that. I wanted to show at Hakio Nailili some support. So here's some friendly reminders with Charlotte and Aqua. Not a gold digger. That's you can't just slap labels on yourself. Stop shipping me with my cousin. Well, that's an anime trope that happens all the freaking time. Open lead. Let's see. Are you going to loot the Dragon Loli? Absolutely not. Those who loot the Dragon Loli should be fucking gassed. Donate to appabend to prevent poverty. Absolutely. Donate to my Patreon. Let's see how many money that I have here. I have only $5. I have only $5, and I have only $51. Holy crap! I have only $51 in my wallet. So, what did I miss? You didn't miss much. Don't worry. We're just getting started. This is the kind of shit that makes me hate people who are even slightly left. Oh my god. The bias is showing in there, but can't really blame you, especially with. Oh my god, everybody's streaming. Specifically Count Dankula is streaming. Yeah, just Count Dankula, which is weird. Yeah, or whatever, Count Dankula. Somebody made Silent Hills PT as if it were the original PlayStation game in 1998. That's interesting. If he is, then strike. Hey, when the game gives you the option, don't be surprised when people don't go on that route. People go on that route. Also, speaking of fandoms, somebody sent me an article from Mary Sue in which one of the people unironically said fan studies scholar, as in fan fiction studies of freaking fan fiction. By the time I read that, I was bursting my ass laughing. Like, holy fucking shit, that is the funniest thing that I've read in a while. I just, like, how can fan studies scholar, how can you be a scholar in fan fiction studies? That's amazing. SJWs can honestly tell the difference between fiction and reality. What the hell is wrong with Tom Burns? You say we are disgusting? I would say praise us more. What do you think of Hunt Down the Freeman? It looks freaking bad. And everybody tells me it's bad. It looks like a very poorly made SFM. It's like if somebody decided to hire an SFM sort of 3D artist, and instead of making hentai, they made a gritty, realistic shooter. And I don't like, I watch a lot of SFM. So by the time I look at the sort of animation that was in Hunt Down the Freeman, I was like, you're just inches away of becoming a freaking SFM porn. Sorry. Fanfiction studies. I know, I'm not kidding. There's legit fanfiction studies. Okay, here's another one. I love this one. Genocide is generally unethical. There are exceptions. Okay, for example, boomers. Okay, the boomers genocide them. Furries should be receiving genocide, apparently. Pedophiles, I 100% behind you on that. K-pop fans, no. Like, the K-pop fans, they did nothing wrong. With the exception of shipping real-life people to each other, and gushing over them, and jerking off to each other, and okay, there's so many things that makes K-pop fans deserve to be gassed, but still, they're not that bad. Doxers, yeah, absolutely, dox them, gas them. Sorry, people who defend gameplay microtransactions and loot boxes, people who find Mombot funny. Oh my god, Mother Eva, Steven Universe fans. Well, there you go, Steven Universe fans. Let's see here. Excuse me, but I'm a professional fanfictionologist. What's your privilege? So what did you major in? Fanfiction studies. Flashback to the fanfictions of Nier. Appabend experiences poverty. He will have a bicycle. Please donate to his Patreon, or some to have to steal his bicycle to make him go away. So please donate. I heard in one of your vids that you make a mobile game. Can I know your name, or am I mistaken? It's only a school project. It's only a very small school project that I made just because the school tells me to. I'm supposed to make a mobile game, so I did make a mobile game. And yeah, it's just that. I don't publish it in Google Play, obviously, because it's garbage. It's so wrong. It's so garbage. But I understand the fundamentals of it. I understand what to do, the programming sorts of sides. I understand what makes the game, what makes a game. So a reverse trap lesbian. I take you reverse trap lesbian. Perhaps. I take it you watch Studio FOW. How do you pronounce that? Studio FOW or Studio FOW? Studio FOW or Studio FOW. I don't know how you pronounce that. I do watch Studio FOW, so. If so, good taste, mate. He forgot the Tumblr rights. What do you think of Emplemon? What is Emplemon? Mother robot. Indeed. Appabend is best unicycle. Still needs the shitposter degree. Masaka Burakubanja. Somebody posted this in Twitter. Someone was like, Masaka Burakubanja. It's so great. Just this Wars in the general, it's so weird. It is so freaking weird. It's almost like all the Marvel characters are like freaking personas for like children. It is so weird. It's a freaking Persona anime, except the personas are Marvel characters. It's so. I've watched this in a TV once, and it's like, this is the most bizarre shit that I've seen, and I don't know whether or not I love it or hate it, but It's glorious as fuck. It's just so glorious. But yeah, Burakabudza. Honestly, if I had the power to nuke the entire planet just to reset humanity, I would press the button. Okay, if fanfiction studies are a real thing, then we need porn psychologist course taken away. If you could only choose to disappear, SJW or Tumblr writes, who would you choose? Assuming, implying that they're different. Deadpool is actually voiced by Dio in this anime. That's pretty interesting. Oh, so Deadpool is a freaking Deadpool is a freaking stan. I would call it stan. Okay, let's call it a stan. Deadpool is stan. Let's see here. Here's another tweet from somebody. Let's refute this real quick. Violent video games do not cause violence. All right. Violent video games are often a product and aspect of a culture that revolves in violent macho militaristic power fantasies and fantasizes guns and has absurd investment in mythology of the lone vigilante cowboy hero. There's a very good reasons for all of those things. Because militaristic power fantasy, because militaries, they're pretty cool. It's pretty cool to become a military to shoot people. It's pretty freaking cool in a fictional setting, at least. If you don't try to do it in real life, you just can't distinct between fiction and reality. Like there are certain elements that, like if I write like the author of the freaking Hunger Games, when they write children being slaughtered by people en masse, by other children en masse, by other teenagers en masse, that doesn't mean that the writers go, hey, I want children to be slaughtered in real life too. Like, depictions are not endorsement. It is cool. Like, being a G.I. Joe is freaking cool. It's cool. It's amazing. It's great. But I think we should jump into a very important question. Here's I'm also asking you guys in the chat here. Have you guys ever gone violent with someone? Have you ever actually went into an argument with someone and then just went into a violent sort of it goes physical, basically? It goes violent to the point where you punch the person, to the point where, you know, it gets physical and you got hurt and everybody got hurt. It's just making things bothersome. So I'm very sure that all of those things, by the time you get violent, it's not because, well, this video game, it's cool to punch people in this video game, therefore it's cool to just randomly punch my friend for no reason. Like, do you think that the people who shoot up skulls and shoot up the freaking skulls, they just decided, well, whatever the video games tell me, that's the freaking cool to do? So again, the question is, where have you ever went into a physical confrontation with someone? If so, what's the reason? What has made human beings to become more violent? Hashtag gone wrong. Hashtag gone sexual. That's a question that needs to be asked. And I think when we found out the answer to why human beings become violent, why people become violent in general, we could probably find the answer to how school shooters become school shooters. How certain individuals just decided to randomly punch someone or just slap people in the face. Again, I beat the shit out of someone, but that wasn't a spontaneous action created by a video game. Yeah, again, it's not because, yeah, I have been in physical confrontations before, and it's not good. It's definitely not because, well, this video game is pretty good, let's just emulate it, let's just freaking do it, let's just duke it out. No, I've had a physical confrontation with my friend because, well, he was just being annoying. Like, he was just being annoying. We're just being dicks towards each other, and he was insulting. I was insulting him. We got into physical, and everybody stopped. Everybody's just stopping each other from fighting and everything like that. It's to the point where it's got ridiculous. The reason why he got physical to people is not because video games want to emulate or because the media glorifies violence. It's because we got personal towards someone, at least for me, in my case. There are cases in which we got personal issues with someone. You just want to vent it out. You just want to, like, you got so mad, so angry to the point where you just want to punch them. And again, just blaming video games is not the right cause for this. That culture in turn can often does cause violence. No, it's not the culture that causes, like again, let's ask the basic fundamental question: how can human beings turn violent? How can you turn violent and have a physical sort of confrontation with your friend? How can you just out of nowhere you just slap someone in the face or just punch your friend? You just got in fights, basically physical fights with your friend. This needs to be answered. This needs to have a question to. So just keep blaming these video games. It's weird. Speaking of physical confrontation, a little bit of PSA. If you want to smash your friends with a freaking beer bottle, you don't put the barcode in the front. What you need to do is you need to put the brand in the front. Okay, so you know the brand of the beer first. So it's like, this beer is actually very good to smash someone in the face with, so that everybody knows, like, yeah, let's buy this beer over here. Let's buy this beer so that it's very good to just slap someone and just punch it with the face. Anyway, let's get to the chat here. I blame poor parenting. Indeed. My friend I remember was an ass. Indeed. Okay. All right. How many times the violent game thing is going to get debunked till people get this through their heads? Apparently, there was a survey that says that 52% of Americans believe that violent video games and violent movies lead to violence in real life. But somebody said the survey was very bad in the first place. So I think this belief is very minimal, and it's only related to either dumb people or people in power who are dumb people. Using a mouse teaches how to aim guns because that's how reality works. I have thrown a chair at someone because I have a mental breakdown at the time. Worst case scenario, I hit my 5 for falling too much. Not gonna break someone that costs money. Violent video games do not make people violent. Lag does. Life is meaningless. I once punched a guy who's been annoying for the whole year. A teacher sees it and says he deserves it. Oh my god. Nice. I'm someone who's rather pacifistic when it comes to fight because I know I'll be at a disadvantage most of the time and generally only want to defend myself. A very interesting thing that happened when I was in middle school is that people, I think I told this story, but my best friend, when I entered my middle school, my best friend on middle school actually said that he was scared of me in middle school because he thought that I was like this really massive bully because I was very tall. In middle school, I'm a very tall person. I was like, I forgot. I was like around 5'10" or 5'11" when everyone was like 5'8" or 5'7" on that sorts of years, in the middle school years. I was like 5'10", and everybody and my best friends thought, my god, I'm like a very physical sorts of bully that want to punch people. No, I'm what you see right now. So I'm neither masculine, but maybe I am feminine, but still. We are getting into the time paradox. Blame violence on not donating to appabend. If you want to reduce violence, everybody, donate to my Patreon. Playing violent video games doesn't make people violent. Canceling violent games does. Prey 3 was gonna be awesome, but those assholes didn't even give us a final demo. Stab, stab, stab. Anyway, what else here? Girls have a higher chance of getting pregnant than boys, says Grace Mugabe. Okay, this breaking news, everybody, breaking news. Oh, the breaking news is actually last year, February 19, 2017. But still, it's very old news, but I am so glad that you managed to figure out, Grace Mugabe. I am so glad you have figured it out. Thank you so much for this brilliant revelation. It's this brilliant 2017 revelation. Absolutely great job. Great 2017 revelation. It's higher chance of getting pregnant. It's almost like boys have like literally 0% of chance of getting pregnant. So you are correct on that assessment. But let's see here. Fake news indeed. This is a very weird, very weird trend in Japan that I've seen. Can you guys explain this to me? I can't explain this to me. I really can't. How can you explain this to me? I don't know how do you explain this to me. How can you explain this? This is weird. Does it say satire? Oh, nice. Nice. Great job. But still. Can anybody figure this out? I'm still not. Old men love wearing panties. Okay. Okay, all men love wearing panties. I guess I get the meaning. Or simple, you don't. Okay. Japan has used panties vending machine. One does not explain Japan. All right, I see here. Oh, this is so sad. This is so sad. This is so sad. It's like, your waifu is shit, but you are my waifu. Shit! Oh. That's it reminds me so much of the people who tells me that Papa Ben, I want to Papa Ben to bend my Ben or something like that along those lines. Like, I'm not your papa. And then somebody said Papa Ben is best waifu. Well, your waifu is shit. I'm sorry. I'm just so sorry. Let's see here. Well, clearly, this is showing how much women throw their underwear at that suave bastard. Now, this is Oscar bait. Oh, by the way, I just want to say this very brief sort of webcomic. Lonely skip. You know what? Actually, I should have cropped this one. I'm sorry. So that everybody could get it to maximum view on both parts. I don't just zoom in. Give me a minute here. All right, there we go. There we go. Much better. Okay, here it is. Lollies get headbats for. Actually, oh, my bad. It should have been left and right, but my bad. Okay. There we go. Lollies get headbats for being good little girls. I've been a good little girl. Wait, are you actually a girl? Yes, I'm only 10. Well, if you say so. They just headbat her over again. It's like, the box actually worked. I'm actually an adult. And a horrible one too. What? You don't need excuses to get headbats. I've tried getting headbats for my friend. They won't let me, but you don't really need this many of an excuse. But can I have a big anime titties? Who do you think is the worst anime parent? I wouldn't call Shinji's dad. Definitely not Shinji's dad. Shinji's dad did nothing wrong. Hashtag. Appabend is best cheese sandwich. Do you do Streamlabs? Yes. In the bottom, like in the description. In the bottom, go check it out. I heard they give more money back to the streamers. Yes. Like Appabend me over. Yeah, something like that. And if you say that Appabend is your waifu is shit. Everybody wants the head pat up in the chat. Jesus Christ. Let's see here. I don't know what's the Japanese name of this anime. It's basically it's Welcome to the NHK. I can't believe that the main character of Welcome to the NHK is 2 years younger than me. 22 years old, a college dropout, unemployed, a hikikomori for 4 years, no girlfriend, no income, no courage. Like, this might ring true for me in the next 2 years, but maybe not so much for the other. It's 2 years. That's Who is your favorite Titan? Titan on Teen Titans. That would be actually all of them are great. All of them are great. But if I had to choose one, it would be either Beast Boy or Robin. I like both. I really like both. And describes. Oh my God, is that me? Oh my God. I'm not 22, so not me. Ah, okay. That makes it so much better. A perfect description of you. 22 years old. I'm not 22. I'm actually 20. A college dropout. I'm still in college. Unemployed. That's correct. A hikikomori for 4 years. I'm a hikikomori for 8 years, actually. Not actually like Tuesday. I've been a hikikomori for forever. No girlfriend. Yes. No income. Wrong. No courage. Moving on. Let's see here. Here's another news piece that I really find bizarre. Rangers broadcaster caught in Twitter controversy over a tweet he liked. Here's basically the guy liked the tweet, and the tweet It's just a character having an okay sign on the bottom. That's it. And then unironically, the article went on to say, the photo in question shows the team celebrating its win with an unidentified team member circled in red, making a circular sign with 2 fingers and 3 others extended. In spot, the sign is often considered a gotcha joke, but it's also similar to one associated with the white power movement. Holy fucking shit. Are you seriously making this argument in... What year is this? What year is this published? But Twitter hasn't existed in 2004. What was Twitter release? I'm very sure Twitter was not released in 2004. How the hell can he like the tweet from 2004? That's so weird. It was founded in 2006. Article. Get your freaking date right. February 27, 2004. Oh, it was the image from 2004. Okay, my bad. Okay, but still. It's okay. Everybody's just showing the okay civil strikes again. Imagine living in a world where waifus are a form of currency. Do you have a girlfriend? No, I don't. And not interested in a relationship anyway. So not helping the situation with the waifu thing in your Muslim counterpart and secret doppelganger appabend. What's your opinion on Teen Titans Go? It's boring and funny. Meh. How the heck one becomes college dropout at 18 years old? You want to see Trump as a good Titan weapon tree? Please donate to... Oh my god. Why are we still here just to hear dumbasses? I don't know. But still. Oh, remember when I said about the Twitch streamers? Oh my god! How did this... That is a weird... That ass is very weirdly proportioned. I know that's the chair, but... That ass is very weirdly proportioned. I know that's a chair, but... Anyway. I think I already discussed about the news of how Twitch is going to offer grants to female streamers, even though female streamers are already freaking making tons and tons of money. So I don't know why do you have to give more donations to women who already make tons and tons of money? That's so freaking stupid. Why would you do that? Like, and don't get me wrong, if in my opinion of Twitch streamers, these sort of female Twitch streamers, like, at least if they're being 100% honest about their thing, yeah, go do your thing, But the fact that Twitch is going to grant funds, like, they're getting donations left and right. Why the hell did you need more funds to them? That's so fucking stupid. And then somebody hears, I for one look forward to our new softcore porn outlet. Well, if you're gonna use Twitch as your softcore porn outlet, I'm not blaming you. I prefer Studio FOW myself, but you do you. You can go onto Twitch at any time, at any point in the day, and see 500 white or Asian dudes playing League of Legends and not getting as much donations as these girls over here. But sure, women being endorsed for streaming is not needed because some women utilize their appearance. No, it's not needed because they're already getting donations, fam. Anyway. Wow, I'm in a live stream for appabend. Well, congratulations, you're in. That ass though. This ass is so weirdly proportioned. Again, it's the freaking chair, but I thought it's like a part of her clothes because it's like black. It's just so weird. She's fucking loaded from streaming. Oh, nice. Why female and not just good up and coming streamers? I don't know. Well, can we actually do a stream in Pornhub in which I just watch hentais and then you're just gonna join me and goes, hey guys, I'm gonna watch some hentai in Pornhub. And then we're gonna comment on how freaking ridiculous it is. And just maybe join my fabric session or something, but I don't know. It's weird. Let's see here. Congrats! Welcome to China, lady. Welcome to China, lady. Welcome to China. People in China thought it was okay to call me fat to my face. Welcome to China, lady. Welcome to China. As a matter of fact, I have the full article right here. Let's read it because it's the funniest fucking thing that I've read. No, get off. It's the funniest fucking thing that I have read in a while. It is so... What the Okay. People in China thought it was okay to come fat to my face. It's more socially accepted and maybe even expected to comment on a person's experience. Yeah, that's what people in China do. That's what people in Asia do. Welcome to reality. Welcome to reality where people comment on other people's appearance. Welcome. Absolutely. Welcome to reality. Like, for fuck's sake. Let's get here. When I arrived in China for my senior year abroad, I had many expectations of what my home for the next year would look like. What I did not expect, however, was to become a public art installation, a metaphorical monument to China's outsider. As a biracial women, I was used to being a walking lesson against stereotypes. My existence itself subverts the concept of what a Chinese woman, what a black woman, and what an American and Singaporean should be like. What are you talking about? Implying that people are putting like, I don't know, you're like, there are black women who are sexy, there are black women who are fat and sassy. My aunt is one of them. There are Chinese women who are Chinese women who are black, Chinese women who are fat, Chinese women who are slim, American women who are fat. There are many types of different women. I like stereotyping each and every whatever. Growing up to Singapore, and in Singapore, an equatorial borderland of diversity. It's actually true. I've been to Singapore and it is pretty freaking diverse. Everybody's the place in there. It's like the freaking Indians in there. Although India is more in Malaysia than Singapore, but still, Singapore is it's very. I would love to visit in there again, as long as I don't dump my gum in a freaking. Nobody noticed me litter the gum because I'm very bad at that. So I just litter the gum out of nowhere. I was an outsider among my own friends and family, curly haired, tall, and more curvaceous than my relatives and classmates. I was often teased and bullied for my differences and was assigned to a fat club at school where I danced my little ass off to Gloria Gaynor's I Will Survive. Not literally, I'm afraid. What? That is stupid. At family dinners surrounded by relatives differing in brownness but not in thinness, I was often dissected and torn apart. Yeah, speaking as someone who has been in both, I've been very fat and I've also been very thin. Speaking as someone who has gone back and forth in both sides, both are unhealthy. Both are very unhealthy. If you're fat, you don't have enough energy to, just run, to carry items and everything like that, to do other physical work, which you absolutely need to get your health. Everything fits, basically. And if you're very thin, you're so weak to the point where you play soccer for like only 30 minutes and you're just instantly get tired. You just instantly get tired. You just couldn't even be bothered chasing the ball anymore. So from a young age, I know that my height was a pseudo-public topic. Critiques on my appearance had a right to sit on my family members' tongues. No matter how cruel or insensitive it felt to me, I was expected to be grateful for their worry and for their care. As a child, the thing is, I'm sorry. I am sorry. I am so sorry. I'm sorry to say this to fat people. I am so sorry to say this to fat people, but fat people are not attractive. I'm sorry. You can constantly keep on saying to yourself that, hey, I am beautiful. Hey, I'm this and that there are some people who are into fat people. And there are some people who are into fat people, and good for them. More power to them. But unfortunately, the world in general, in order for you to be like, this is, I think it's rooted in biology in some ways. Like, if you're like the physical appearance that you have in your body, if you're not fit for source of reproduction, then you're not going to find somebody. You're not gonna find a girlfriend. You're not gonna find somebody to mate with. So again, it's not like there's anything wrong people calling other people fat. Some people like curves. She's built like a whale from SeaWorld. Anyway, Alongside my low math grades or my dismal marks in Chinese, my baby fat, double chin, full cheeks, and belly rolls were consistently brought to attention. Being told this in a mix of English, Mandarin, and Cantonese did wonders for my self-esteem, as you can imagine. We're family. I was told over and over they were allowed, permitted, and even expected to express an opinion. Yeah. Yeah, you are perfectly allowed. This opinion that you express here, you're perfectly allowed to air it to the world. The notion of the family was a different one then. Family was supposed to jab at your flaws like a knife to the gut or half-baked pastry. You know, that's what family does, man. That's what family does. Their criticisms are pretty freaking harsh. It's just brutal. Oof, just brutal. I thought that my experiences in childhood would prepare me for my time in China. I did not expect, however, for my 20-year-old self. Oh, hey, another 20-year-old. To feel just as vulnerable as that chubby girl who would hold their breath in fear of a world about her weight. In China, it often feels like I was an Instagram post made real. I was public and accessible, open for strangers to comment and criticize as they saw fit. As I left my apartment, I could feel an uptick in my views as heads swiveled my way and eyes tracked my trek across the city to work. I would be approached by strangers on the street who would call me Pangzi. What? A close friend of mine told me. And here's the thing about there's also one thing that you need to understand about China, because one of my friends back he told me back in elementary school, but it was very old. It was very old in elementary school, so I'm not really sure. But one of my friends in elementary school told me that he's Chinese, and the thing about China is that the reason why you don't really often see fat people in China is because everybody works everybody works very hard in China. Like it is very much expected for you to work hard, to do labor works and everything like that in China. It's very intense sorts of environment you're being put in there. It's very intense. It's very it's a lot of work to do in China. So it is very unusual for people in China to see fat people, because by the time they see people who are fat, they tend to think that this person is not working enough. They don't work a lot. So that's why there's a little bit of discrimination in that area. But then again, China is very like the Chinese people in general. And this is at least according to my friend. I'm not sure I can verify this to you guys, but if you guys are Chinese, please put your input this. But according to my friend, who is also Chinese, Chinese people in general, they don't give a shit. Like if they want to comment on something, that they will fucking comment on it. Like they will straight up comment on whatever thing that they notice. If they notice it's bad, they're just gonna they don't care how rude or offensive, they're just gonna straight up comment on it. It's like, oh, you are bad. This thing that you did is bad. This thing that you do is bad. It's really freaking bizarre, but it's what they do apparently. Like, I don't know. It's according to my friend. So and I've seen some Chinese people that actually act that way, but then again, I don't experience that much Chinese people. So there you go. They're pseudo-communist. China is communist country, so no food. Those starving Chinese people are probably just thinking about how much meat is on her bones and how tasty she is. Oh yeah, also a very good comment on that is that, yeah, Chinese people don't usually get too much food, so they're usually pretty thin because they work up a lot. We really aren't. I don't get why people have such a difficult time admitting that. Admitting what exactly? I need to refer. Really are. So what about Putin's last speech? Any thoughts? I don't know what you're referring to in there, mate. So, but still, what else? What else? Let's get to the conclusion. You're getting freaking diaries here. Are there sorts of anything that you say? Compulsory to the comment of very mean-spirited replies. Everybody got the trolls at the social media comments. You got nothing. Pretty much nothing to say. It's just you venting out your issues of how, well, I got called fat in China, and apparently people thought it was okay to call me fat in China. That fat people aren't attractive. That's what I meant. We really aren't. Yeah. Okay. That fat people aren't attractive. Okay. This is also a very funny article that I got. Hate buddy otter. You're more likely to have right-wing views. I'm sorry, what? That needs to be investigated. Article, where are you? This article here. There it is. What the what? What? Can somebody please explain that to me? Hate buddy otter, you're more likely to have right-wing views. Okay, so apparently, like, guys, for this stream, I took a bath, I took a shower, I applied sprays to my body, I applied deodorant. Even though I don't go anywhere, necessarily. I'm not going outside to actually go, you know, just go to shopping or something. I still take a bath, have a freaking breakfast, get myself shirts on, get suits and tie, get my hat ready, get the streams ready. I always get the streams on time. If it start at 9 a.m. It's usually 9 a.m. It's never 10 minutes late. Almost never. But it's mostly, it's always 9 a.m. If I start the stream at 9 a.m., start the stream at 9 a.m. So maybe apparently if I do all of these things, if I prepare to you guys, if I give myself preparations and everything like that, that means that I have right-wing views. I want to read more on this because I'm interested. Scientists suggest authoritarian attitudes may be partly okay. There's a difference between a right-wing view and an authoritarian view. A right-wing view and an authoritarian right-wing view. There's a difference between those two things, okay? Somebody can be right-wing and not be authoritarian. It can be libertarian. But still, let's read this article. People who have a greater tendency to turn their nose up at the whiff of urine, sweat, and other body odors are more likely to have right-wing authoritarian attitudes, research suggests. So if you smell, then you're more likely to have right-wing authoritarian attitudes. That's fucking bizarre. Let's see here. Well, you see, as a right-winger, body odor is a trait we use to detect the minorities because they all stink. So we use special radars based on proven gaydar technology to find them. Of course they fucking say that. They love being stinky. Last question before I'm off. Did you have gameplay through secondary channel or do that in streams? I do that in streams, but I rarely play games on the streams anyway, so I'm not sure which to play though. Maybe Dark Souls, but What do you think about the plan for a law of erasure of sexual violence in Indonesia? The ones that seem consider sexual jokes as a sexual assault punishable by law. Yeah, it's basically the hashtag #MeToo thing again. Although it's mostly correct. Like it's other than the joke part, I agree. Like I agree other than the joke part. Other than the sexual sorts of jokes and advances to people, like other than that, I agree with the rest. Like if you're being badly touched and everything like that, if you're touched and everything like that, if you're if the people bother you, if a man just bothers you, you don't want them to bother you or something like that. Like, but for the most part, I agree. I agree that that of course this should be cut out, but the sexual joke, but the joke part, obviously not. But then again, nobody's gonna pay attention. But again, not a lot of people in Indonesia are gonna pay attention to that. They're gonna pay attention to the bigger stuff. You know, the sexual harassment, the legit sexual harassment thing. But still, let's move on to the you're more likely to have right-wing views if you hate body odor. The study also found having a greater disgust for body odors was linked, albeit to a small degree, with support for Donald Trump when he was a presidential candidate. Okay, I have Rexona and Axe body spray. Apparently, me using those things, that instantly means that I am endorsing Trump. Like, the team says finding the support idea that a feeling of disgust might partly underpin social discrimination against others, with the link rooted in a primitive urge to avoid catching diseases from unfamiliar people in environments. Whoa. The team says the findings support the idea that a feeling of disgust might partly underpin social discrimination against others, with the link rooted in a primitive urge to avoid catching diseases from unfamiliar people or environments, aka people hate body odors because they don't want to catch the disease from people who usually contract those disease. Like, or no, not usually contract disease, obviously. From people who are from the outside, from you don't really know whether or not the people who constantly rape others in Africa or people who constantly rape others in who are coming from the Middle Eastern countries who think that rape is a freaking game or something. You don't know whether or not they have HIV. Just slapping the word right-wing authoritarian is not gonna fucking help, okay? We think that authoritarian attitudes might at least part be rooted in biology. And then somebody mentioned, apparently, if you love to go to the gym, if you love to lift, if you love to exercise, you apparently have right-wing attitudes. Which explains why there are so many men in the left who are like freaking soy boys and are very thin, very not so masculine, everything like that, doesn't really have very good body. That's weird. Right-wingers tend to be high in orderliness or want borders between the things. Christ. But he's stressed. Feelings of disgust are not immutable. Even though disgust is a very primitive emotion that is definitely rooted in our biological survival, it can still be altered. If I throw you a piece of shit, can you alter the attitude to that? To the point where you think that being hit by a piece of shit is okay? Previous studies have linked levels of disgust to political orientation, with some research suggesting who identify as conservative have greater aversion to revolting images. Well, obviously, people there's not a lot of people who are like right-leaning, especially just those who are more politically minded, who like anime or those evil, just video games, those movies. I'm not really in tune with the kids these days. There's lots of people who are like that. So, I guess you can say that they have greater aversion to revolting images, especially the furries, man. Olofsson said that his team was keen to explore whether the responsible individual store scenarios linked to scent alone revealed a similar association. We think that olfaction might be the root of the pathogen detection system, so body odor disgust might be the most primitive, most fundamental way to detect pathogens. Lots of jargons I don't really understand, but still. Writing in the journal Royal Society Open Science, Olofsson and colleagues report how they explored the issue across 3 experiments involving a total of more than 750 participants recruited online. Okay, recruited online. I need live. Participants were presented with questionnaires on a number of topics. Okay. Okay. Bad study. Bad. Instantly bad. 7-point scale. Oh, great. More warning signs and why I should not trust this fucking thing. But great. 7-point scale study sign that are going to be filled with absolutely very loaded questions. Very, very loaded questions. Hello, appabend. Welcome to the stream. What does no mean you are on the right to these idiots? This study is freaking dumbass. Speaking of soy boys, I want to fucking stop showing that they actually have and play the Nintendo Switch. You be like this. Fucking. Yeah, seriously, fucking stop that. Right-wingers tend to want borders between things. Doesn't mean that they are authoritarian, but they experience disgust more than the left. They are high in openness, which is the opposite of borders. Huh. I'd like to see Aiden Paladin's take on this article. Well, she would say, the study is on a 7-point scale questionnaire to 750 people online. No need to debunk anything. No need to debunk anything. Just from that, you already know the study's fucking bad. Oh, speaking of anime, anyone got any good bad degeneracy to recommend from industry these days? I like to laugh, and while I like good anime, I also like to make fun of bad anime. Have you seen Mars of Destruction? It is an anime that is so bad, it's just so funny. It's just so freaking hilarious. Like I just watched that anime, and Garzy's Wing also is the anime where I watch it. It's like, my god, this is perfect for just doing an MST 3K sorts of thing. Garzy's Wing and freaking what is it that it's called? God damn, what is it? Mars of Destruction. Those two anime, it's very enjoyable to just to just freaking play. It's great. Just watch with friends and just like laugh at how bad it is. It's so fucking bad. Try 7 Deadly Mortal Sins. 7 Deadly Sins. I haven't seen it, but it's pretty popular for some reason. There was also an anime that, for some reason, got into the worst category. I was looking at worst anime of just the worst of the worst anime list, and then let me just get that article out of the way for a bit. I was just looking for a list of really bad anime and manga. Apparently I noticed one anime that was my friend usually is very tolerant with anime. He's very, very tolerant with anime. But the one anime in which he says, holy fucking shit, that is so boring, so fucking dumb, so fucking... I just couldn't watch the anime without getting fucking bored. And it was a recent anime. It was recent anime. It was a freaking recent anime. It was an anime called Glasslip. He watched it and he was bored shitless. He was so bored shitless to the point where I was like, oh, here's like a list of anime that are so bad. And then by the time he saw Glasslip in there, I was like, yeah, that fucking anime. Get that fucking anime in here. So, 7 Deadly Mortal Sins. Oh, apparently there's a different anime. Not to be confused with 7 Deadly Sins, the anime. How about the first 2 Devilman OVAs but dubbed? I haven't seen that. Try Goblin Slayer. Have you seen English dubbed hentai like Bible Black? I've seen some English dubbed hentai. The recent ones are surprisingly enjoyable. Bad, but surprisingly enjoyable. I enjoyed them. I enjoyed them really well. They're very bad, but they're very enjoyable. I think Bible Black kind of falls into that category. It's so bad, it's good. It's just so freaking bad, it's good. And if you watch the freaking Japanese dub, it just kind of lost the freaking impact. Like, maybe just watch the English dub, because you just want to... it's a hentai. It's just like, it's hentai. It's so freaking bad, but just watch it. Sword Art Online. Sword Art Online. Okay, Sword Art Online is just boring. Like, Sword Art Online's crime is just boring, generic, so mainstream, so it's so typical. Like if I want to point out the sort of shonen anime cliches put into one, I would definitely put straight to Sword Art Online. Like, at least My Hero Academia at least find some ways to twist it around or two. Have elements that can actually, twist the elements around. At least it's not freaking long, like tons and tons of episodes. At least they put it in chapters. Like, season 1 is 12 episodes, only 12 episodes. I can at least forgive that. But still, it's Sword Art Online. It's just so generic, it's boring. But it's not horrible. It's well animated, definitely, but it's just boring. Hi man, new fan here. Have you watched Hitori no Shita? What is that? I haven't, but the rating on my anime list is 6.7 out of 10. That is a big warning sign. That's a big warning flag. That is a warning. That's a warning flag right there. Also, an anime that I thought was fucking terrible was Blaze Blue. The fighting game, great. The fighting game is amazing. But the anime, oh boy, that was bad. That was really bad. Let's see here. My Hero Academia. Oh, My Hero Academia was one anime I've seen that just filled me with joy and happiness. Another world with my smartphone. It's basically SAO on steroids. Let's see here. Tokyo Ghoul. Watch The King's Avatar instead. If you're going to stream terrible manga, I recommend Gans. Gans was weird. It's very gory, very... Somebody set the something on the Discord chat. Some men have uterus. Some men have a uterus. Some men have a uterus. Some men have a uterus. But still, Guns was weird. I don't think it's like I don't think it's like a horrible anime. It's just weird. It's weirdly directed. Let's see here. Real JoJo fans made big ban on Schoolgirl. Oh, all right. What do you think of Persona 4 the animation? It was okay. It was decent. Like, it's very fan service as a whole, but I really like how they compiled a lot of elements of the game into one consistent anime. What I don't like is the animation is garbage. The characters really look the same for some reason. Like, it's not as good as the game, which is weird. Like, how can you make that? How can you screw that up? But the anime overall, it's enjoyable. I love it. It's very enjoyable. I have a lot of fun with it. But if I have to go be very objective, not biased at all, not biased to Persona 4 at all, I would say it's a very okay anime. But my brother see that anime first before finally jumping into the whole Persona series. And then he loved the entire Persona series because of that anime. So I guess that's effective. Have you watched Daily Lives of High School Boys? Absolutely, I have. I haven't finished it, but I've seen it. Also, the one anime that I was talking about, that was just so fucking bad. That was so freaking bad. It was a recent anime. It was a recent anime. Have you guys seen Osama Game, the animation? That was a mess. That was a freaking mess of an anime. It was a mess. Like, legit freaking mess. Like, I told it to my friend who watched the anime. I was like, I got the feeling that they took some part of like the novel it was based on. They took like the second half or the last part of the novel and then just put in the first episode, and then they just do kind of go back and forth to this non-linear narrative to the point where the story is so jumbled and messed up, nobody knows what the hell is going on. And it's to the point where because the story starts off to the conclusion of the final act, the tension got lost because the story's... It's like starting Star Wars with Darth Vader being defeated and Emperor Palpatine just got killed. And then from that point on, it just tells Luke Skywalker on how he got to that point. It's like, we already know how he defeated the entire game, so... I dare you to react to the trailer for Dems Fighting Herds. It's a new fighting game that's getting recognition on Steam right now. I've already seen it. It's rugged. It's this... Yeah, whatever. It's just what people play now, so okay. What else do you have here? Have you watched Konosuba? Yes, I have. I watched both seasons and I loved them. I love both seasons. It's great. Let's see what do you have here. Dragon Ball Super has lazy ass choreography. One anime I enjoyed was Those Who Hunt Elves. Speaking of the odd topic of anime, since you want to have an animation studio, what type of anime would you like to produce? It would definitely be a comedy, satire sorts of anime that probably pokes fun of internet culture and everything like that. Or maybe an anime that makes fun of the SJWs. I don't know. I can only hope. Let's see here. So can you recommend me a good game from Steam? Actually, I want to play Nier Automata on PC, but review says that it's terrible for it. Play on the console, play on the console, play on the console. I played Cuphead. Okay. Recently, if you go on Steam, the games that I thought was pretty good. If you love Persona, get Trails of Cold Steel. They just recently released the sequel. If you buy the sequel and the game, you got like 60 hours of the first game, 60 hours the second game, so you gotta get your time served. Also, Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky was also released in there. I didn't know it was released on Steam. I didn't know the previous game was released on Steam. Trails in the Sky was on Steam as well. Also, Chrono Trigger was on Steam, but that was fucking terrible. Fucking terrible. Terrible port. A really good game. Excellent game. Classic. But the port is fucking terrible. Like, they ported the Android version to Steam instead of actually just... This is the thing. This sort of thing that encourages piracy. Okay? You want me to pirate games? This is how you pirate. This is how people pirate games. For the love of God. The Chrono Trigger. Oh my God. That was a mess. Fuck you, Square Enix. Just... In terms of Nier Automata, the Nier Automata... the thing about Nier Automata is that if you are willing to play it... my PC is a GTX 1050 with a 4 gigs of RAM. And it can only run the game on medium settings at around 40 to 50 FPS. Which is decent, but it's not 60. And it's also 720p. So keep that in mind if you want to get Nier Automata. But if you have a console, get Nier Automata on the console. Definitely. It's recommended on the console. The PC port wasn't great. But if you don't have a console, if you have a good PC, get on our PC. Only if you have a good PC. But if you don't, well... When are you playing a game on stream? I already did last stream. But I unlisted that apparently because copyright. So basically, you want to make an anime like Pop Team Epic. Kind of. Great comedy anime. Daishi Kokusei no Nichijou, Daily Life of High School Boys. Nichijou itself. I am trying to find the Nichijou anime. I just couldn't find it. I really want to see that anime. Full Metal Panic Fumofu, Chemical DX, Azumanga Daioh, 2x2, Shinobuden, Seto no Hanayome. I haven't seen any of these animes, so alright. How long have we been streaming? We've been streaming for an hour and 30 minutes. I wait the day Appa proclaims Seito Kaya Kuindamo as the greatest anime of all time. I've seen Seito Kaya Kuindamo. It's weird, it's bizarre, but it's not for me. Surprisingly enough, it's not for me. It's funny at a lot of parts, but it's just there's just something about the anime that screams, I'm not enjoying it for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why I don't enjoy Seito Kaya Kuindamo. Even though it's the anime, that anime should be for me. Like I love girls. I love maybe it's because the anime takes place in this high school where there are so many girls, in which the girls are dominant, they love sex and everything like that. They are into sex and everything like that. But something about Seito Kaya Kuindamo, I just don't enjoy it for some reason. I can't really pinpoint to a reason why. But I just watch it and maybe it's because it's boring. But then again, I've only watched like 3 episodes, and then I watched 3 episodes and I was like, it's just I'm bored. Like maybe it's not funny enough. Maybe it's not punching. The comedy's not. You don't really actually get to the punch to the comedy, but. I don't know. I'm just a little bored at that. Surprisingly. I would rather buy a game on console than a PC anyway. Okay. Twitch TV has died now due to their encouragement of female streamers. What do you think about Mr. Suharto, aka the communist exterminator? I don't live by the time Suharto lives. But I was nicknamed Chrismon. Chrismon means crisis monetaire. Monetary crisis, crisis monetaire. I nicknamed Chrismon because I was born in 1998 during that time where Suharto was in power. So, do you like Death Grips? No. What was that? I don't know that game. Also, have you played any Doom mods other than Brutal Doom? Project Brutality. That's the only Brutal Doom mod that I played. H Doom, everybody told me to play, like, hey, go play H Doom. I was like, it's not for me. Surprisingly enough, again, you might think that sort of thing is for me, but I go where my porn, this is where I go to my porn, but not Doom, really. Do you play Tekken? Man, I play Tekken. I play Tekken a lot. Like I played it more than any other games that I've played in the past couple of in my freaking stream library. Of course I play Tekken. Yes, I do. I play Tekken. When will you play Monster Hunter World? By the time it was released on PC. Play Let It Die. I'm not interested. It looks fun. It looks fun and okay, but it's just not the sort of thing that interests me. Anyway, I want to get to check this out. Oof, Shinji, that's not very good. I think that needs to be repeated. I'm sorry, that I need to repeat that because that's somebody posted the Italian version apparently. Let's just check this out. I didn't. That's fucking hilarious. Holy shit. Oh, that's fucking hilarious. Holy shit. Oh man. Oh, I have I have a cringe. Well, what's that sound in the background? Oh no, stop. I have a couple of cringe. Let's end this video. Let's end this with a cringe. This very good cringe. Very good cringe material. Not this one. This one is freaking awesome. Check this out. This stretch fucking beaters as I go straight over. That is fucking awesome. That's fucking awesome. That is awesome. That is fucking amazing. That is that's fucking amazing. That is so freaking cool. Would play 10 out of 10. Why do you look dark like your room, not your skin? It's cloudy outside. They don't really show a lot of sun, so there's that. But still, that's fucking amazing. Look up SpongeBob anime opening. We already did. I already did. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's nice. It's amazing. Who you calling Beathead? It's fucking amazing. Also, this one, I also want to talk about how freaking amazing the HTC Vive can be. Check this out. I was actually making a fan fiction of how basically in my mind I was gonna be this is very insane. It's very insane fan fiction that I have in my mind. I haven't written it in paper yet, but basically the idea is that Bruce Wayne is dead and that Damian Wayne had to use VR technology to make people think that Bruce Wayne is alive. So basically he controlled this Bruce Wayne robot. So with the technology of VR, so he uses the Bruce Wayne robot to actually just go around and just touch the Bruce Wayne robot and everything like that. And then this thing kind of confirms it, like this sort of technology is possible. So you can kind of mimic the movement sort of thing and then connected that to the HTC Vive. Like I thought that was just a fan fiction idea that I had in my mind, but apparently that's fucking cool. It is really cool. So anyway, there's that. SpongeBob Doki Doki crossover announced. Okay, so we're gonna end this with. I can't explain this, but this is just check this out. Okay, but like first step already is a fucking stupid. This is the wow. This is some bad Photoshop. Holy fucking! You know what? I'm gonna let you watch it in full before. So opinions on Seto Kaya Koindomo. I've already said that. Rewind.
Now, this is a story all about how I'd like to take a minute and just sit right there.
I'll tell you how Bill becomes on this our chain band.
In the legislator's mind, an idea.
In the law book is where they spend most of their day.
And now introducing bills inside of House Chambers.
More than a couple of guys start reviewing the bill.
They're making changes in committee on the Hill.
They get one little fight, but it's just because they care. They say we're moving this bill back to the court and we'll argue it there. Speaker Hughes whistles for a vote.
What is this? What is this? What is it?
If it passes the Senate, then the bill's probably fair.
You thought it was law, but it's just not quite there.
It goes up to the governor to determine its state.
And if it's good, her
The sink, fam. The sink.
It's finally there.
Oh my god, the sink.
To be declared.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That is the best thing that I have ever seen. Okay. You can't hear it because I was laughing. Oh, apparently. I'm so sorry, but it is so horrible that me laughing is a freaking mercy. It's a freaking mercy. This is me glad that I was laughing through the entire thing. Actually, no. I checked on my voice meter. The voice output is normal. So the blame has to go entirely for how low freaking volume this is. Like the first freaking mistake. Oh my god, this is so cringe. The amount of cringe here is level above, like, amazing. This sync is off. The Comic Sans font. Oh my god, guys, the transparency here. Hello, can anybody use freaking Photoshop in this fucking thing? There's the transparency checkerboard is literally in there. Come the fuck on. The audio is so bad, it's so low. The volume is so low. This is the loudest that I can give to you. The volume is so low. I'm sorry if I'm laughing and just covering up the entire freaking song, which is for the good, by the way.
Now, this is a story all about how.
Well, they got the rhythm on that one right, I guess. That's fucking cringe.
Take a minute and just sit right there.
I'll tell you how Bill becomes on this our chain band.
What? What? Check out the YouTuber ER. You will either find him hilarious or hate him. I am friends with ER. I am friends with ER. I don't have to check him out. He's literally followed me on Twitter, where we have a very good banter. I am literally friends with him, so I don't have to check him out. I know him. He knows me. This is so fucking cringe. I've seen better attempts of white people rapping.
The legislator's mind, an idea is raised.
That's even off. That is so off sync.
Where they spend most of their day.
Drafting out, maxing out, hardly relaxing, all cool.
Like, fuck. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I need to. That is too much fucking cringe. I am done. I need some relaxing music. For the record, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm gonna need to change my description here for a bit, because I want to. There's a music here that I want to. I'm trying to figure out what music this is, but I just couldn't pinpoint out. It's just I was reminded of specific music, but I just couldn't figure out what it is. So might as well use that in the outro, but I need to credit that for a bit. Okay, so all right, so I credited the outro right there. So I want you guys to know, what is did this intro remind you of something? It reminds me of something. but I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is. I want to know what... It's like it's sampling from a great game, but I don't know what game it is. But it sounds great. So that's my outro song anyway for this note. So yeah, that's gonna be the outro song for this intro. So thank you guys so much for joining in the stream. It's absolutely great. It has been absolutely freaking fantastic. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you guys later on the next stream on the next week, probably in Saturday or Sunday, depending on the time, depending where I could. But still, the song is in the description, so please figure out the title of this song. I don't know what this. It reminds me so much of something. But anyway, see you guys later. Take care.